Sorry we got cut off. I was talking about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We talked about what the right of life is. The rights conferred in liberty are, freedom. Freedom of thought, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, political speech, freedom of religion, things like that. Those are your freedoms. Again, that's a negative right, that you cannot infringe upon my liberties. Okay? I don't have liberties to do things. I have liberties for somebody not to infringe upon me. I don't have the liberty to go out and take money from somebody else to pay for something that I want or that I need, even if it is a very important thing or a very basic thing in life. I don't have the right to take from somebody else to do that. That is not conferred in the rights of liberty or in the rights of life. The other right they talk about is that we're endowed with by our Creator is the right to the pursuit of happiness. And that is to live your life in a way that pleases you, as long as you do not infringe upon that same right that other people living in your society have. That also is a negative right. You should be free to pursue the course of life that you choose as an adult. No one can tell you, for example, where you should work. You may choose a very, very poor choice of career, but you have the negative right to be left alone by them and for them not to tell you what you can do with your life. You have the right to pursue relationships and associations that you choose, and the government or the society cannot tell you who you can associate yourself with. That is a right to the pursuit of happiness. Basically to live, to work, and play where you want, in the community that you want, in the surroundings that you want, and to make decisions about your life as you see fit. That was a big deal to the founders, because you had paternal governments and tyrannical despots telling people what was best for their life. And you had arbitrary decisions made by governments that were either very exclusive, governments or monarchies altogether. And that was what they meant when they said you had the right to the pursuit of happiness. You had control over your own life, over the decisions that would formulate how your life would go. Those were the only rights conferred to us by our founders. You don't have any of these positive rights that people like you want to talk about. Right to health care. You cannot have a right to health care unless you've done something to earn health care, and mainly the money to pay for your health care. Otherwise, you're infringing upon the right that the founders did confer to us, which is for me or some other person to not be interfered with by you, simply because you don't have something that you want. Now, I hope everybody in this country can have health care. And I'm a kind-hearted person, and I give to organizations that help people that do not have money. But for someone to force me to do that through the form of government taxation is absolutely absurd, and it infringes upon every right that the founders wanted to confer onto us. It infringes on those rights. It doesn't give rights. You can't give rights that people don't have. And the last thing is, every person in this country is not at risk of losing their life because of lack of health care insurance. Every hospital in every state of the United States is required by law to give patients emergency medical treatment for their injuries and for stabilization, including operations, medications, and hospitalization. In the case of emergency critical care if their life is on the line, or if they are in labor with a child. Every person in America is guaranteed that by the laws of this country. Beyond that, you earn what health care you get. You don't get health care given to you, you earn it. Otherwise, you're infringing upon every right that our founders hoped to confer upon every member of this society.